Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of session 64 of the Menagerie's Adventure, or Crass Menagerie's Adventure, which has been taking them from small ranching town of Vulpine through lush jungle swamp areas to necrotically infested, defamed temples in a swamp, and then back to a fishing village or village town that has been besieged and set by giant kin and ogres in the side. So as the menagerie has been waiting for the sun to start headed down to be able to hopefully more easily make it into the city of Greenhill, uh, basically coming in with all the other fishermen. They have played some dragon chess. They have learned a bit of the Bishada Isles and uncovered that, a coin that Davis has been carrying for a long time. Might actually be something more than it appears. That Rock was able to find some honey petal flowers. Dregnar was able to have an exchange and learn a little bit about Kenros, the Verdant Cause member that is helping helping the Seb's forces and defying the sovereign's wishes. And we have all gathered back as Al and Davis had a little bit of a discussion. Al doing his best to keep Davis focused and on track and staying positive. You'll see Julian kind of pipe up and be like, "It's about time to get to the boats, boys."
Aye, aye, sir.
All right. So here's the thing. We got to make y'all look either like fishermen or we're putting y'all under the tarps. What do you want? And you kind of like, and then Erebus would
I
kind of
just
walk by.
stare at Julian and be like, "Come on."
Well, I mean, come on, I have Rex here. I have oversized clothing.
Yeah, no, I'm not going under tarps. I
Okay.
can pull off a fisherman man.
All right. I thought it was the other way around. I'm sorry. I got you. Well, so we'll put your armor in one of the barrels. Keep it safe.
Yeah.
When we get you unloaded, you can get it there. Yeah, he just kind of gets you. You can describe it if you want to imagine, or if you have an idea of how dry you would look. But it's basically fisherman's clothing.
Yeah, I mean, just like a plain tunic. I mean, nothing fancy, just regular uh, trousers, I guess.
Mhm.
I don't. I guess I hope he has some shoes or something because I don't think like my boots and stuff really come off as fishermen. So maybe some sort of like clogs or something he's got.
Sure. Easy enough. Yeah, they have. It's actually interesting. The mill has a collection of various different sized clothings that just seem, your mix of commoners' clothing, mercantile clothing. There's extra grot garb kind of robes and stuff like that, and they're of all different sizes. Some for halflings, humans, all shapes and sizes, and they just seem to have a stock ready kind of to go. There is finding some footwear that's comfortable, Davis, takes a little bit of effort, but eventually you do find some worn, and they're not necessarily clogs like you were hoping. They are leather boots, but they're much more of the, not metal tipped and all that, like how
Right.
yours,
Yeah,
right?
no,
They look,
mine have a bit of a meaner look to them than most fishermen.
yeah, they look like just worn leather boots that happen to fit a little snug. You feel your toes a little cramped in there, but good enough.
All right.
Al will be like,
I can just do this. Boom.
he'll be like, I need some motivation. I need some inspiration. Somebody, come on, give me a description. I need something.
I'll give him a description. I'm like, yeah, I once knew this guy. It wasn't a tiefling like you, but he was your size. So you'll deal with your tail. So I'll describe a guy. He's got a small scar over his left eyebrow. tattoos on like one half of his body, like right shoulder all the way down, like a full sleeve, and then like half his chest.
Cool. Yeah, I like this. Okay, I can
Yeah,
picture
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of short, scrubby brown hair.
Okay.
Pretty kind of dark complexion. Uh, didn't shave
We're
a whole
talking
lot.
more on like olive or more Milano? What are we talking about? Dark complexion? Are we talking like sunburn, suntan, sun leather? I need this details, Davis.
Pretty
Details.
kind of a leathery skin
Okay, got
looking
it.
thing. He was, I guess I was gonna say much older than you, but you know, these days probably about your age.
Okay, easy enough.
Yeah,
All right, and I'll do everything else. I'll just fill in the blanks.
yeah.
Like scar, tattoos, leather. Yeah. And you just see this
His
like,
name was Cole. I don't know if you want to like adopt a new name, but his name was Cole.
all right, I'm Cole. Cole Agredo. Nice to meet you. And then I
There
just
you
like,
go.
again, because you see almost like, when paper catches fire and then it kind of burns away.
That's so
And
cool.
it's like, all right. Hi, I'm Cole. Nice to meet you. Yeah, great. This is gonna be.
No, deeper, even deeper, buddy.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'm just gonna keep
Hi,
telling
I'm
him deeper
Cole.
until I know it's well out of his register.
Yeah. He's like, this is the Davis. That's the best I can do, man. My
Okay,
voice.
okay, it's fine. You know, even your first one was fine. Don't strain yourself. Just
All right.
keep it something you can manage. That's all.
All right. Cool. Yeah, and like all his equipment kind of fades away with the mirage and the image, and you don't see your friend, but you see his interpretation of the description that you gave him.
You do kind of look like Cole. Neat.
He's like, yeah, I kind of tattoos are a little bland because I don't know how comfortable I am with details. But hey, this is what I would look like with tattoos. It's kind of cool. All right. And yeah, he's just got like like a cotton shirt, but like only half of it, like one sleeve is removed and it's worn. It's kind of stitched. He's kind of done some patchwork in his vision of this person. All right, I'm ready.
I buy it.
Cool. Marv will be like, we got a bird's nest? We got a bird's nest? Got a bird's nest? Uh-huh. And Julian will be like, there's small boats. There's not a mast. There's not a this. It's like,
I think you're under the tarps, bud.
yeah, I'm pretty obvious, aren't I?
Yeah,
He's
you
just
stick
like,
out a little bit.
all right, I'll just say it. I'm tarps. All right, what about you, Rock, and Dregnar?
I'll look at Al and go, that's pretty impressive, all those tattoos and stuff. And I just take my top off and wrap it around my waist.
He's like, oh shit, dang. And you'll see Rex. He'll be like, I got something. And he'll get like a fish hook and just kind of hook it in somebody in your beard. There you go.
Touch my
He's like, it's already too late. Like, he just out of nowhere.
He's got
like,
super long reach, too.
Such a long reach. It's like unnatural. It's like, it's like.
I'll grab his wrist and be like, oh, okay.
You have like this one, like just a hook, just kind of like in your beard. He's like, perfect. Yeah. Dragnar, it's weird. Dragnar just fits the part. Just like tattoos, ready to go. All right, Rock, CJ.
I will do the like I would cast disguise self for myself.
Okay. Mark off the spell.
I don't have that prepared.
Oh, okay.
I'll be like, I'm gonna flip my cloak inside out, and I'm gonna pull up my pipe. I'll just start smoking on my pipe, and be like, hey, good enough.
Rex will kind of come by. He's like, and he'll kind of go to where there was a like a little fire pit kind of set up, in the building to help keep the place warm when it's cold and all that. And there's plenty of ash, and he'll kind of grab some and he's like, all right, close your eyes. And he waits for you to close your eyes. Do you close your eyes, CJ?
Yep, I close my eyes.
All right, and he just and you just feel like dust and ash get thrown across your face. There you go. You look older now. That works. Some of my best work, actually. You're a natural.
Cool.
Hunch
Okay.
over a little bit more. Hunch. You're an old turtle. It's your inspiration.
Okay. I hunch and as best I can, just reel over and I walk slowly. And I guess, am I doing it right?
Hey, can your bird, because I know it's a magic bird, can it be a parrot? That made me so happy. Can it please be a parrot?
Brock, that's a
Okay.
stereotype. We don't all have parrots.
I snap Pebble away, and then I think, be a parrot, be a parrot, be a parrot. Like, snap back.
All right.
What do I-
What type of parrot does Rock think about? Like green, macaw? What are we talking about here? We got golden shoulder,
One of the red guys. One of the red. Yeah.
a red macaw. Okay. So yeah, Pebble emerges as a red macaw. It's like, man, why do you believe stereotypes like that? Come on, man. You're supposed to be smart.
I am instantly fascinated with Pebble. Yeah, Pebble.
Someone's like, it's not a tweet, it's a.
Now I get to say all the things I couldn't say before.
I snap Pebble away.
Actually, shit. Wait. Actually. Hell yeah! I rolled a 15 for Pebble. I'm Pebble.
Nice.
Oh, never mind. I'm not snapping Pebble away. Pebble stays.
Pebble's now a macaw for life.
Yeah, she like blares that. I'm Pebble.
Rock. You gotta make sure that thing's gonna be quiet when we need it, though. I guess you could just bamf her away, right? She could go play in her little.
Pebble's smart. Pebble, can you be quiet?
Just nods. Basically, like the gift that Dave has posted. Pebble is enjoying being a parrot. She's like looking at her feathers.
Also, but I just want to say that's pirate racists.
That's kind of it's pretty funny. Very pirate racist. All right. So yeah, all of you have some semblance of guys, and then Julian will look you guys over. He's like, "Erebus, I think it'll do, right?" Erebus will be like, Tarp, old turtle, beat up tattooed dwarf, looks like a handsome fishing man. Yeah, that'll work. And then, apparently this one is a fishing man. So yeah, work. Perfect.
Seafaring man, at least.
Fair enough. All right, so Julian will lead you down with. You guys will be accompanied by Erebus, two other rock guard that are, essentially they're just in cloth, essentially cloth tunics. One of them has a vest over his, run down, beaten, brown, gray pants. They're wearing simple, leather shoes. One of them has like a little armband on. Another one has like, a couple extra necklaces and stuff. They look like what you would imagine, just some regular fishermen.
Were you
Pulling
all
off the
using same names? Are we gonna use? I'm David.
I mean,
Davis is fine with me. Cole,
I don't-
Cole here. Cole is Cole.
Yeah, I'm Cole. I'm Cole.
I mean, you can't
Cole.
just
I can't
stick
do
with what you got. Yeah, you'll never be as low
Yeah.
as it needs to be. Just where you were at is fine. Just don't try. Just keep it natural.
Alright. Gotcha. Yeah, and I was like, well, I don't think people really know everybody here, so
True.
you should be fine just going with your names, except for Cole, apparently. Hi, Cole. Hello.
Like every time he speaks, I'm just gonna like silently critique him.
Yeah.
So if he's looking over, he might see me going like,
Yeah. He's just like
9 out of 10, maybe.
yeah, it's just
Like, getting there.
yeah. Once in a while he'll get it kind of close and he'll smile and he'll be like, yeah. But so yeah, what the heck? It didn't
Yeah,
load
didn't
the
embed
gift.
it. That's weird.
Fuck you. Fuck, damn it. All right, whatever. So yes, you guys are led down on the hill that you are. It's like on the back, basically where Dregnar was training. Kind of in that little natural valley. Then you guys walk down, and then Marb will kind of subtly kind of rush over and be like at the bushes before anyone else is just ready. He's like, it's kind of like, oh, I didn't. Yeah, like he found the ships before the little boats before they're ready, and he's like, Julian will be like, you could have helped already. You could have helped uncover them already. And you guys are kind of helping pull the natural covers off and tarping, and then they're essentially 2-3-man vessels. Sorry, like 2-3-man vessels. Like they comfortably fit those. There's enough for. Well, they have like a little flotilla essentially. They have like 6 or 7 boats, ready to go. Julian is like, all right, I'll be on mine. Marb, go ahead and get under the tarp. I'll have the barrels with all the equipment and everything. So, you load up the barrel that you were carrying with your armor, Davis, and all that. Rex will take one, and you all kind of disseminate between the boats as you were. Is there anything you guys want to do before you cast off, or are you guys just ready to get going?
So how long until we get into Green Hill from here?
If we're lucky, we'll get y'all back in safe down the canal or down the river and into one of the little merchant offshoots. 15 minutes tops. We don't want to go too fast. We want to make sure we have a catch. And you see, like, as you're saying that, a couple of them are like actually just bringing nets that out of the water that just had fish kind of caught and swimming around, not able to escape, and then just kind of load them in to some more barrels, and you basically have a few barrels on each boat with some fish filled up in there, ready to go. Some of the other boats have some like just the tubers and the little plants that you guys have become accustomed to being known that they're edible in this area, and then they look just like boats that went out to harvest and fish.
Just looking through Marb's items to see if there's anything I want to use.
Oh, yeah. So
not really.
for him,
one thing that's dope that I didn't realize that is apparently his items have extra 2 charges because of his fox's
yes,
getting.
right now up
Except
to
for the
a maximum.
right, yeah. So the coin has 2 total, but
Yes.
the survival pouch has 7 charges now if you want it.
Yes. So, but that's only until dawn,
Right.
and then you roll totem. So you'll see that. I'll just let you know, like Davis, you'll see that wherever he keeps his totem, there's this like little faint, like almost orange glow on it. And then if you look really hard and you look at a survival pouch, you'll see that there's that similar, barely noticeable orange glow, like on the clasp and everything.
Nice. And
Representing
coin, I assume.
Yeah, but the coin is hidden in his pocket.
That's true.
So. But yeah. So yeah, you guys are able to offset, and then Rock, as you get on the boat, Rex will be like, hunch a little bit more. You gotta sell it. You gotta be the old grumpy turtle.
I'll hunch over, and as I'm hunching, I'll give a thwack with my staff. How's that?
How? Perfect. Is that orb gonna that's kind of weird. Is that just gonna be there the entire time? That just can we put that away? That's very I don't know how we missed that. That thing is just circling.
If I put it in my pocket, does it still try to move?
When you think about it, you grab it and you put it in your pocket, it'll sit there.
I'll leave it in my pocket.
Okay. Go. All right. So with that, Julian's like, all right. Just for the sake of things, I'll try to do the majority of talking if we even need to talk. Rex knows what to say. Erebus got this. Menagerie, I hate doing this to y'all, but, only talk if you really feel it's needed until we get us into town.
Yeah, Davis.
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
Thank you. Davis, you look like a natural. Let's do this.
Aye, Captain.
Hey, I'd like to hear that. Well, technically not your captain, but separate ships, but I appreciate it. Aw, the old dash out. So let me go ahead and switch this over. It's not this bright and sunny, but hey. Yay, greenhouse.
Hey, Callister's back, yay.
Yeah, okay. Well, let me go put these guys down here. All sad. Old to drag. Go grab new drag. New drag! What the heck? Grab new Dragnar. I love it when like somehow you highlight something and then it won't unhighlight. I don't know why it does that sometimes. There you go, Dragnar. So yeah, you guys jump on the boats.
He's so tiny.
And normal size. And you see, as you guys start heading down the river, and you guys kind of, you know, work your way down the little channel and then jump onto the proper river slide, you see multiple dozens of small fishing vessels. You do see a couple larger ones as well, more off in the distance, but all of them seem to be, you know, finishing up the last bit of their catch, the last bit of their harvest, the last bit of setting out cages for the night to hopefully catch some crawfish or whatever other sea or little, you know, bottom feeders there are. And you guys start drifting down the river, however, needing to paddle as the direction of the current is the opposite way.
Yeah, I'll volunteer to paddle, but also I do want to keep an eye out for that. Is it John? I think was the fisherman whose son.
Oh yeah.
And just like if we see him, I would just want to like give him the shush thing, like, like you didn't see us, kind of any motions possible. To be like we're not here. But I know if we see him, like I know it was kind of around this area.
No, I get it. Let's see. Go ahead and roll me a perception check while you're going to.
Sure. 13.
Yeah, you don't see Mr. Rhodes, unfortunately.
Rhodes,
you're looking around. Yeah.
It was John, right?
Yeah, John Rhodes. Yeah, good memory.
Okay.
Am I forgetting somebody? We got Almar, Brock.
That's fine.
Pebble.
Oh, well, Pebble, yeah. Parrot Pebble now. You need a new token.
Yeah, make one later. Yeah, or sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, so you guys are able to drift. Davis, you're on the Outlook. Anyone else doing anything particularly right now as you're on the boat? Or you're on your, you know. Marb is just literally covered up and hidden. If you would be so kind, roll me a stealth check at advantage for him. Since
So
this
these
would be
are
kind of like
urban now?
people helping tuck him in.
24.
24, okay. Marb is like, essentially like, he's got his bow, like, and he's just kind of like got his bow like clutched to his chest, and he's just laying back, and the tarp just kind of leans over him, and he's like, well, it smells down here. Fuck off. And he's like, there's not, like, you don't even see like an extra lump or anything. It's perfect. It's just like, yep, he's hidden fairly well.
I gotta make sure I don't step on him or something. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. So drifting, you know, heading out, you hear Julian call out, like, hey, how was your catch? Did you get anything today? You know, like, taking on, like, another persona almost. And then you hear some, you know, chattering of people saying, like, oh, yeah, the runs were real strong today. We got plenty of silver scales. Bringing them on in. If you want to, we'll be over, you know, down by the Riverbend Shrine, giving off our donations and having ourselves a little fish fry. Come on by the Mother's Bounty. And then Julian will kind of respond, by the Mother's Bounty. And we'll just have like indistinct chatter like as you guys are drifting. CJ, James, anything for you two?
Are we on the same boat or different boats as far as?
Y'all are kind of like on different boats. All of you are kind of on a boat with either Julian or Rex or one of the Brock Guard guys.
Okay, I'll look to whoever's like leading this boat and say, "What do you need me to do?"
He's like, it's a actual water genasi. He's part of the Brock Guard. Very subtle in his expression of his genealogy. The really you only kind of notice it because his hair is more of like the white to blue kind of color, and he has just the ever so subtle little gill slits on the behind his little jawbone. But other than that, like if you were to look at him directly, his skin looks fairly, on the pale side. There's maybe just the slightest tinge of green or blue in it. But he's just like, oh, shit. I mean, you look the part. Go ahead and just keep, make sure all the nets are secure. Make sure all the barrels are good. Just go through. Like you're making sure we're keeping inventory or count of our cash. That's all.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and give me a performance check.
That's funny.
With your
I know.
terrible charisma.
Ooh, not bad. 12.
Okay, yeah. I mean, for what you're doing, yeah. I mean, you don't necessarily know the proper way to fold the net and everything or all that, but you're like, okay, fold it, put it here, and then you're like, okay, barrels are, you kind of shake them, they're not moving anywhere. All right. You're like, look, yeah, no leak, no nothing. Fish are still in there. And you're like, okay, I got this. And then you kind of turn and look around, kind of look all confident. Hey.
I will say, if I was within earshot of Julian saying "by the Mother's Bounty" to that person, like anytime anybody makes eye contact with me that's not one of our boats, I'll just say "by the Mother's Bounty" right back right to them.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. And Davis, you said you wanted to do a perception check. What was it again? 12?
I forgot. I rolled it and I don't remember now.
It wasn't too high. It was like 13 or 12. Yeah, if I remember right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. You're just kind of, as you're just looking around, you do see there are, various catches. And everyone's haul seems to be, not measly at all. Like,
yeah, like ships,
there's
like
a lot
vessels
of
of that size. Oof, that's a pretty full net.
Yeah. And you're just kind of, as you guys are kind of going in, you just see that, like, people have multiple barrels or multiple nets, and, like, it looks like everyone's cache is full.
Huh.
So, Julian will kind of be like, all right, boys, looks like, and at that point, you'll be kind of crossing over, and there'll be one of the bridges that kind of, arc over, and you're kind of looking. And you guys, go ahead and everybody give me a perception check, except for Marb, because he's under the tarp.
Come on.
He's good. He's not that good.
Sorry, I got 2 to do. Okay, Rock was 23. And Al was 25.
Damn.
Okay. 17. Okay, wow. Everyone did very well. All right. So as you guys are drifting in, Green Hill still looks like Green Hill. As you're kind of drifting in and all that, there's the mismatched buildings, some of wood, some of straw, some of stone. You see one of the water wheels turning along the river. You see little smokestacks or coming from the little pipes in the chimneys. You see tons of boats. And as you guys are going and drifting and people are paddling and people are, Julian will kind of instruct y'all to take this channel and we'll all kind of veer to the left as a unit and keep going. And then you start drifting further and further, bridges crossing over that. Dragnar, you notice Green Hill is still functioning in that, and you do see at one point, Dragnar and everyone will notice this, is that there are some larger people in the streets, and you kind of recognize them more as like, oh, okay, those are ogres and half giants and stuff like that. You do not see any proper giants, but you do see some of the larger folk. And Dragnar, you're more focused on that, and you kind of remember the stones, and you're just kind of looking around, and you don't, just because you're lower in, you don't necessarily see any large boulders or stones. Davis, Rock, y'all see the same, but then you also do see just a lot of individuals in brown robes, essentially, like almost like like when you see like those brown friar robes and stuff like that. You see a lot more people kind of rocking around in that, and you're also able to some individuals like when they're going under one of the bridges or getting closer to one of the edges on the riverbank. You do see that some people are, and Al sees this as well. Adorned by some sort of symbology. Usually it's either the flower, like the water lily, and Rocky would be like, it's even the honey petal. That's two of the little flowers that are the symbols. And then Al would also pick up that a couple of them actually do have the cord with the beads of like the eyes and the flowers mixed in. And then Al would also notice as you guys keep drifting further and further, as you guys pass one of the little like offshoot docks where people are getting off, and you guys make a little stop, and one of the boats will kind of unload, not you guys, but unload part of their catch here. And Al will kind of jump up and kind of assist doing that, and it takes like it's like a 7 to 10 minute stop, and he'll walk with and kind of act the part as Cole carrying the catch in. Rolled a 25. He'll notice that as he's kind of bored waiting there for them to finish, he'll kind of run his finger on like one of the posts, like on the outside of a building, like holding up the porch or the pier or whatnot. He's kind of running his finger, and he just starts running it, and there's like a little carved symbol in it, and he's like running his finger down it, and then it just mindlessly, and then he kind of looks at it, and he's like, that's weird. And you just see some sort of like symbol carved, almost looks kind of like, I don't know, like let's just call it like it's got a horizontal line across, and then it kind of hooks back, almost making it look sort of like a stylized 7 symbol almost.
And where did he see this signal? Sorry.
It just notched in, carved in on just like one of the posts of the buildings.
Okay.
Just looks like someone took a knife to it, but it's like kind of off to the side. Like he just kind of found it because he was just kind of bored waiting for the guy that walked in to finish his chatter. And then finally he kind of notices what it is, like mindlessly kind of tracing with his finger. Let's try to draw it here. Let me see. Over here.
Yeah, the way you're describing it sounds almost like a shepherd's crook, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like something like maybe like that.
Okay.
Yeah, the gist of it. I can move it more on the blue so it's easier to see. There you go. Something like that. Right. And then he kind of joins in, and then you guys get back on the river, and Julian will kind of say, all right, boys, Rex, everybody, we're coming in about another minute or two to where we're going to drop off. And he'll kind of tap on the harp and be like, Marv, I'll let you know when it's safe to get out, okay? And you just hear, okay. Yeah, exactly. And you guys go, and you guys get kind of to more where there's a lot more, dock and waterway, and it seems to be actually, meant for unloading ships or little boats, I should say. And as you kind of go, you do start to see that where you start shooting up and basically tying off your little boats, there are a ton of little water canals, maybe 4 to 5 feet across, just like another network of water roads, essentially going into this section. Davis, you can give me, I guess it would be just like an intelligence check, but you can do it at advantage because of your background.
Okay, just generic intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay. A 3 and a 1 with a
Okay.
-1, so that's a 2.
Yeah, you're not sure. But Al and let's see, who's got a 17. Davis wouldn't see it. Ragnar wouldn't see it. Rock is underneath. So Al would see this. That some of the stuff that's being unloaded is actually being just put in these waterways and just kind of being pushed along. And then he'll kind of see that there's people down the ways at different buildings with like canes with hooks on it, and they'll just kind of hook whatever's floating and kind of pull it in and kind of bring it into the wherever their buildings are. And the same will be done where they'll be like, all right, Marv, into the barrel you go. And Marv's like, wait, what?
I'm actually Davis laughs.
Yeah, it's like, into the barrel. We gotta get you down. Don't worry. You'll get hooked in. It's like, you just hear Marv.
Which is apparently a good thing, Marb, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, Marv's just like, details. What? Where the? He's like getting into the barrel, and he's like, he grabs the tarp himself and just puts it over him. And he's like, Baka! And yeah, then you just see like Davis, you help lift. You kind of get off the boat, kind of help lift it, set it in the water, and then Rex will kind of get and the barrel floats and kind of, I'll just kind of push it down the waterway. And you can see as it's like,
I'll like whisper, "Safe travels, buddy," and like laugh as I push it off.
you kind of hear it's like, "I'll get you, Davis." Yeah, and then you just kind of see like the barrel just kind of very slowly spinning, kind of going down the waterway, and you'll see like one individual kind of look, because now you kind of noticed it, and you kind of see what's happening, and Davis, you kind of look, one individual looks at it, doesn't hook it, and then eventually makes the bend, and you see a hook kind of come and pull it in, and they just pick it up and walk it into the building.
Yeah, I'll try and make a mental note as much as, I mean, assuming if we all see it, but I still want to make a mental note of where that was, just so we can go get him.
Absolutely. So, it's just a ways away, and 600, 700 feet away down the river. Little inlets. To give you kind of an idea, this is not an exact, but this is kind of what it's like inspired by. So it's a very small image that you might want to zoom in.
Yeah.
Obviously, Green Hill is not as paved and all that, but it's essentially, that's the inspiration of it.
Cool.
And they can literally just kind of kick barrels and things that float down, and people are in these buildings, they look for symbols or markings or emblems or whatever, and that's how they know they take it. That's what they grab. So with everything, let go, and y'all seemingly making it in, Julian will be like, all right, boys, well, good luck. Stay safe. You're on your own getting back to the mills whenever you need to leave, okay? I will say this. I am still fully operational and functioning. Rex and I are still fishing. Rex and I are still doing cargo stuff. So we'll be along the water, keeping up our normal lives. If you need us, y'all are creative. I'm sure you can get in touch. And then Erebus will say, thank you, Julian. Thank you, Rex. All right, boys. Let's let's go retrieve your friend, shall we?
Do we have to?
I mean,
I'm just kidding. Let's go get him.
all right, cool. And you guys are kind of walking through. Al will kind of pipe up and be like, wow, crazy to actually see some sort of semblance of organization in that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I would have never thought. That's pretty smart. He's just kind of watching like different things float, doing small talk. Ask Cole, obviously deeper voice, but I don't feel like talking like Cole. But yeah, what are you guys doing? Anything come to mind? But eventually you guys do make it to the building and y'all are let in. But if there's anything you wanted to do beforehand, let me know.
No, Davis is just waiting to get direction from Erebus.
Okay. Right.
And
So
as Marb, I will say he's waiting in his barrel.
yeah. So Marb
As
will
silent
be
as
like,
can be. Do you need me to do a stealth check for him in the barrel?
No, that's fine. So like the people will take him out, put him down, and then Marv is a stealthy motherfucker to
Yeah,
begin
and
with.
he's in his favorite terrain, so.
Yeah. So he's just kind of, people unload, and then you'll be like, Erebus will be like, don't worry, I'll get us into the building. and he's like, "Hey, Vinny, how's it going, buddy?" And Vinny's like, "Yeah, that's good to see you, Erebus. Come on in. We got your stuff. We got it. It's in the back." Yeah, and they see Erebus kind of hand him a coin or two. He's like, "Thanks, man. You made this. Well, honestly, great service all the time." And it's like completely different character from Erebus that you saw you make it in, and and then you see just your barrels and stuff, and then Erebus kind of knock on the barrel, and Marble kind of come out and he's like, "What took you guys? You guys are slow. I thought you guys were going to leave me here. I thought I was going to be sold to some merchant or something, or killed because they think I'm some sort of weird exotic fish with feathers. Fuck all of you." Jumps out. Arms crossed, a little bit perturbed, as Marb gets.
We got you. No man left behind. Come on.
I smell like the barrel.
Hey, get used to it.
Hey, Pebble, go say hi to Marb.
Marv hasn't seen Pebble.
Yeah, I'll send Pebble over.
He's like, "Whoa, what is this? Pebble? Pebble? Did you get an upgrade, Pebble? Pebble? Raw?
Pebble. Say your name.
I'm Pebble." And Marble just mimic it back. Pebble. He's like, "Wait, Pebble can talk now? Pebble."
It's both the worst and best thing.
Yeah, that's not going to get old at all.
And then Marb will be like, wait, let's see how Marb takes that. 1 second. Marb's like, "That's specious, man. You always against birds. It's because we could talk."
At least I don't get them killed.
Pebble. Peck Dregnar.
Pebble looks at Dregnar, looks at you, just shakes her head no. No.
Smart bird, see? Smart bird.
Pebble smart, girl. Pebble smart.
I'm gonna hold out a ration for Pebble to come get a ration.
It's your finger.
Adam, do I hear that between Rock and Pebble?
Yeah, you guys are all together.
I'll pull out my little wineskin, pour a little bit in the cap, and give it to Pebble.
Oh God. Okay. Before you do that, and like Rock kind of hands out a treat or whatever, Pebble, not used to being what she is, gets a nice, solid chomp onto your finger.
Ow! Pebble! I'm a freaking down!
Technically, she's not supposed to be able to do damage, but you take 1 point of piercing damage as she's just a lot of heat. You're like, Pebble's a good girl. And then to the wine, she kind of looks over and she's like, have you guys ever? Oh, let's see. Birds drinking things is hilarious.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Because they kind of tilt their head to the side. Yeah. So yeah, Pebble is enjoying some booze.
Yes, Pebble will become.
Jeez. Alright, I'm putting that on the stream.
That's pretty perfect. Oh, that one's even better. Look at this one.
Oh yeah, that one is better. I'll put that one up.
Oh, we are terrible people. PETA is gonna get mad at us. All right. So yeah, PETA. Pebble is a spirit, not an animal. Chill. It's not animal abuse, not animal cruelty. Just not an animal. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So you guys are all in this. It's like a 20 by 20 storage shack essentially on one of the little river fingers, where they just seem to have things stored and collected. They got some barrels, they got some boxes, they got just ready for whoever has an agreement to come pick up their stuff. You guys have retrieved your stuff in Marb, And what is the plan?
Do we have a plan? Did we plan this part out?
Not
Are we
really.
just gonna walk down?
We're supposed to just kind of case the joint, right? I think.
Yeah, so Erebus will say, all right, that plan is very simple. Vinny here, he knows. He knows what we're doing, okay? He is one of the people that don't agree with what's going on. He's just playing, by the by, as are his boys. So if you need to get to somewhere safe, this might be your best bet. But doesn't mean that Vinny's necessarily gonna lay down his life to protect you should something happen like that. I know we're just we're here, listen, observe, try to figure what's going on, get something.
Is there any areas we should definitely avoid? Like the Adventurers League, maybe? Because it sounded like they
the
were
ruins
targeting
of the Adventurers League Hall, but apparently Seb wants y'all to go check it out.
Yeah, that's true. He did ask us to go get some. Yeah, get what we could.
So that would normally be off limits, but heck, apparently not. I would say try not to get too caught up or caught into any of their. I really don't know what you call it. We'll just call it their worshiping.
Yeah, we saw some shrines or something, I think, but last time we were here. I'm assuming those are pretty no-go areas now.
I mean, they're probably good to listen in on, but try not to be part of anything because.
So they're like these fishermen folks. Is there any like worship ceremonies or something that they attend? Like the people who are still here.
From what we know, and
because I keep hearing
what's
by the Mother's
happened,
Bounty and stuff, so it seems like they're either playing along or true believers.
I think most of them are just. I don't know. I mean, they might have been originally playing along, but now are starting to believe. You see the fish, you see their catches when we were coming in.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
So, but here's the thing. Don't trust really anyone from this group.
Inside check. As soon as he says that, I'll be like,
sure.
Oh God, I did terrible. 7.
He persuades you with a natural 19 plus whatever.
Okay.
So,
yeah, good. I'm in.
And he's like, listen, be cautious. Don't let people know, where we are. But, if you do hear of people trying to get out or having some information, y'all have survived. So you got to have some sort of skills and maybe some luck. Try to avoid any type of conflict. We don't need anything. We don't need them to even think that people are actually coming back and trying to figure things out. They're already annoyed enough that people are leaving or managing to leave. As far as the shrines you mentioned, well, what used to be neutral has now just been basically taken over. So pretty much any shrine that you see is definitely gonna be for the sisters, the daughters, whatever they're called, and their followers. Just good luck. Try to find some connections. My boys and I, we're gonna go into town, and then we're gonna go underground. We'll look if what's available, what maybe they're not aware of. Maybe we can set up some sort of auxiliary base or something underground.
Yeah, we were in the sewers, and I think the Grotguard, I think is what Seb called them.
That's us.
Oh, you were okay. You were with them. So should we approach using them? You think, or just it's conspicuous on the streets?
Right now, well, unfortunately, there's some members that have, decided that surviving is better than just
By
Just
any
remember our faces right now, okay?
So
don't-
this is the circle of trust, and that's it.
Essentially, this is the circle of trust, and Vinny and his brothers and his crew. Oh, of course, and Julian and Rex.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So, Menagerie. Good luck. Stay safe. As far as where you will be staying in evenings, well, you've survived this long. I'm sure you can
We can
figure
find a
something out.
place. Yeah.
All right. Good luck. He says it again, and he's like,
And I'll be like, which way is the adventure thing again? Just kidding, I know where it is.
yeah. So
Although,
you guys,
out of character, I don't actually know if Davis knows where the fuck it is.
yeah.
I'm
So
sure
gonna
Dregnar does, though. I'm sure Dregnar does.
Yeah. So jumping you guys in. I know this is not like an accurate map at all, but just to give you guys, so you guys are like down here essentially.
Right.
You go all the way. Adventures League is somewhere in the center, right? And then like Misty Bridge section where Lionel's home was way up here in the north.
Right.
So majority of what you guys know is center.
Yeah,
And a
that's
little
where,
bit
like, Bronze
deeper,
Hook and
Wrong and that, yeah. So you guys know this, and you guys have
Groves.
ventured up here. You guys have never been out on this side at all.
Yeah.
And then very little experience there. So we're gonna go ahead. I know we're taking an earlier break, but I need a moment. I need to go to the restroom. So let's go ahead and take a break here. James, I will respond to you shortly. Let's go ahead and do a 10-minute break or so. Latest, let's be back at 45 past the hour.
Sure.
And then
Okay.
we'll pick up with you guys streetwising and urban exploring and shit. This is where a lot of this, guys, is theater of the mind. You guys come up with what you want to do, what you want to see. You guys can say, hey, I see a shrine. I want to go over to it. Lead this shit.
Um,